Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fifth installment of the Rocket League series. Today, we're here with the one, the only, the Plutonium Falcon, or Pluto as we now know him. So he is a amazing Rocket League player with an amazing team, VQ or Untethered, sorry, NXS Untethered now, Nexus Untethered. If you haven't known him already, I'm sure if you just watch any tournaments, you'll see him and his team ripping through all of them. Great team, really fun to watch. So how are you doing today, man?
I'm pretty good. About you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good myself. So let's just hop into some casual twos here, as we do here on the Rocket League interviews, and then we'll just start rolling with the questions. So the first question I have for you was, what was SARP like for you, and how did you find it, and why did you play that over other games?
Oh my goodness. SARP was my first addiction. I found the demo a few months before it came out, around like summer of 2008. I forgot about it. Well, I played it constantly, and then I forgot about it for a while until I saw the full game on the PlayStation Store in like January of '09, and it was my first game on PlayStation basically that I bought with my own money, I guess.
Okay, cool. So what kept you to play that game other than playing the other bigger name games? Is it just the sheer addiction that the game had, or was it just something else, just a sheer addiction?
I don't know. I've always been pretty competitive in games. If I played something online, I wanted to be decent at it at most. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so this next question comes to us from Gibbs, and he says, "How do you like your sandwiches? Crust, cut in fours, diagonal cut, no crust."
I don't like any crust, but I do eat it.
Okay, that's all. From Jobin, how much do you hate Jobin, your manager?
0%.
0%. Okay, good. And I think I've kind of go on the rest of the. um, what kind of practice or training do you do or have you done to kind of get to the level that you're at? Is it just through play style, or do you specifically practice certain aspects of the game?
I don't really have a specific regimen I stick to. I normally get on when I can a bit before a tournament or something. Then, hold on. All right, and usually I'll like get on a bit before tournaments and stuff. But as far as practice, I just play the game basically. And if I see something I'll be lacking in, I'll try to work on it either in game or in training or something. Lacking in dribbling, so I've been going into free play and just working on whatever I can.
Okay. So, what do you feel is the most difficult aspect of the game? Aerials, ball control, positioning, goals. Not only the hardest to accomplish, but also just kind of the most difficult to practice. And that comes to us from Ray Chamber on Reddit. My bad.
Definitely the wall game at this point, since there's no really training for it. Like you see wall training, goalie training, um, offensive shooting training, but there's no wall training. They really need to add that. But right now it's pretty difficult to practice.
It's true. I just go into free play and just try hitting against the walls and following it.
Yeah, that's about all you can do really.
Yeah. How do you see the evolvement of the Rocket League competitive play? Will the current format peter out after a while, or do you think it needs to be changed, or do you think that it's good as it is right now?
Right now it's pretty new. It's still in its infancy. Like it's right now the game's only like 7 months old. I don't know.
No, I think it came out in July, or the actual release of it. I'm not entirely sure when the beta and the alpha came out.
The alpha was out in like spring 2014, so we've been playing it for a while.
Yeah, I wish I found it then.
Oh, it was great. but,
Because
but yeah, you see most of these games like CS:GO and League of Legends, they've been out for a while. Like I don't remember. I don't think they were very popular when they first came out either, were they? I don't no
I
idea.
I don't really know. It's not really my style. Honestly, those
Yeah,
type of games aren't really my thing. I'm glad I found
yeah.
Rocket League and kind of a niche that I've really enjoyed. So, what was the hardest transition from SARP to Rocket League? Like, was it just the ball mechanics, the physics? What? Oh crap! Sorry. Having teammates that hit it back to our own goal. What would you say is the was the most difficult part of transitioning from SARP to Rocket League?
Definitely just team play because in SARP it was a lot more single player oriented. Like the game just we decided who was the best and by 1v1s, there was no really teams or anything set in stone. So if you're the best 1v1 player, you're the best player basically. So
Okay.
a lot more team play in this game, which is why everyone loves it so much.
It's a good save. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the questions and the game at the same time here.
It's hard.
So where do you see Nexus Untethered being in the next... I'll let you take that. You're much better at that than I am. In the next... nothing, obviously, you can't really spoil a whole lot. You might not even know. But where do you see you guys as the evolvement? Do you guys staying together as a team? Do you see changes in the roster? In the next, say, 4 months, what is a long-term goal for you guys?
It all comes down to Waffle at this point, because he said he's going to get pretty busy within the next 6 months, and he doesn't know if he's going to be able to play or not.
Okay.
So he said, worst case, he can only play as a sub. Best case, like he'll play most of the time, but just less than he can now.
Okay.
But I mean, Demic's a pretty good sub we have right now. Like, if he gets a computer, we're pretty much set. But he doesn't really want to be a full-time player as well, since he's got a family.
Families, man. Priorities, come on.
The worst.
So how long have you and the Untethered clan been around? Did you guys play with each other in SARP? Did you guys kind of just meet each other playing Rocket League, but knew of each other in SARP? How has that relationship blossomed into the amazing team that it is now?
We didn't play together too often in SARP, really, I think.
No?
The only time I played Waffles mostly in ranked. And Luchinio, he was, right when I was playing with him, he was in the process of learning freestyling. Because he did that for a solid year. He just sucked at it so bad. We did it so often. You see, now he's really good at it because he did it so much. But yeah, we didn't play a whole lot together. I know Waffle and Luchinio, they were always together in SERP, but I didn't really hang out with them or anything until Rocket League when they asked me to join their team in July.
Okay. So they approached you, correct?
Yep.
Okay, because I remember hearing that on the podcast, but I couldn't remember exactly what that was all about. And me and my twos friend have played Luchinio a couple times, and it's just always terrifying because his ball control is absolutely unreal. And it's just fun to watch. It's not as fun to get scored on countless times as the ball soars over your head and it aimlessly goes towards your goal with no hope of saving it. So, sorry. I'm sick, so I apologize for the sniffles and the congestion. But well, that was poor. What is your favorite aspect of the game? This kind of goes back. Probably should have related it with the other question. But what's your favorite aspect of the game? What feels best to accomplish? A well-struck aerial, a well-accomplished triple, a well-struck wall hit. What would you say is your favorite aspect to perform?
Probably either an air dribble or a well-placed wall shot. Definitely, I like air dribbles are about something I'm trying to do right now that I can't really do very well, but so that's the most exciting to pull off. Wall stuff I can do a bit more consistently, but they're still always fun.
Like that? That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I try to play like Cuxer. Cuxer's my inspiration.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like Luchinio, he said that Jazer is his inspiration. I don't know what Waffle tries to copy. I think Waffle just does whatever the heck he wants.
Waffle just does Waffle things.
Yep.
I like Waffle. I've played him a couple times. He's always fun to play against.
Yep, he's fun.
He is fun. So that kind of covers all the questions that I had in the community had asked or wanted to know. So anything that you would like to talk about related to Rocket League, any news that you want to share, anything you want to plug?
Not really. Just follow me on Twitter. Pluto RL is the same as always.
Yeah, I saw you join the team speaking like, of course, Pluto RL.
Yep.
I guess I could ask why the change from plutoniumfalcon to Pluto.
I think Bisho suggested the name plutoniumfalcon on the forums in like 2010, and I just went with it. But I just wanted a bit shorter name, a bit more MLG friendly.
Shellcaster, yeah, okay, nice.
A bit more competitive friendly. It's not plutoniumfalcon, which everyone loved that name actually.
It's an excellent name.
But it's just a bit childish in my opinion.
Oh, I remember when I first came across you a while ago. I was with my friend Goalie Max, who's a different name now. But when he first came up, I'm like, "Who's this Plutonium Falcon guy? This guy, I love his name." And all of a sudden, you're putting aerials in. At the time, I had no idea even possible, and I was like, "This kid is ridiculous. What is going on?" And then I see you later as Pluto. I was on one of arguably the second best team in North America, and I'm like, "Oh, well, that explains it."
Yeah, in my opinion, I like Pluto much better. It's a bit simple.
Yeah, I like it. It is very nice. And I like in between a while there, you kind of had your avatar was, the newly found picture of Pluto.
Yeah.
I thought that was clever. Oh. Oh.
Crap, I nibbles.
Oh.
Not really. So, how did you get into interviewing and stuff? What gave you that idea?
Well, I listened to the podcast. I listened to Epic Aerial and Nice Shot podcast. And I kind of looked on YouTube for anything that was similar, just to maybe find an untapped market, more for growth in my Twitch channel. And I'm like, there's no one on YouTube doing these interviews. And I'm like, I think I could probably get a couple, bigger names. And I met Cloudfield playing one night. I was just playing on one of my alt accounts, just like with a friend, just playing some casual, because he's not all that great. I just didn't want him playing, people. I wanted him to enjoy the game, so I just kind of family shared an alt account. Oh, I'm so sorry. And so I've come up to Cloudfield. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a Rocket League interviews series, and he's like, that's cool. I'll do that. I'm like, sweet. So I kind of started with Cloudfield, and then it's just kind of grown since there. I've interviewed Flo, Durkin. Just did Durkin last week. That was a good one. Flo, Durkin, Moses. It's just kind of growing, and just hope that it moves out ever more. And so that's kind of how that happened.
Cool. And
I joined Tom's stream last night from Tom from Epic Aerial.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey Tom, I could finally catch a stream. I watch the podcast, or I listen to podcasts all the time. And he's like, oh, familiar if I know you. You do those interviews. And I'm like, yeah. And it's just really cool to kind of see that I'm starting to kind of make a name for myself and starting to come together. So it's always exciting.
Yeah, Tom's hilarious.
He really is. He really
nice
is. Because was it you and Lachino that were both on the Epic Aerial podcast at one time, or was that you and Waffle?
It was me and Lachino, yeah.
Okay. Because that was the first one I listened to. Oh, sorry. flipping boost upside down. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh yeah, my favorite part about this game is when I do backflips unexpectedly.
Oh god, I hate that. I don't know why it happens.
I know, I do it all the time. We call them shit flips. Oh. Peace. How do you always win 50s? That's whenever we come up against professionals, oops, that's my bad. No matter how many times we try, no matter what tactics we use, we always lose the 50-50s.
You gotta time it right.
Time it?
If you know where your opponent is, it's pretty easy to delay your flip. Hit it second.
Okay. Whoop, someone's talking to you. Let's see.
Say something.
Say something. 45 seconds. Why are you not in a 3-party anymore?
I play Kronovi. Yes. Nobody cares about Kronovi.
Does that mean I'm good? Alright, so that's going to wrap up the 5th installment of this Rocket League series. Thank you so much for being here, Pluto. It means a lot. Hope you enjoy your time here.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks, man. So that's the end of it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. Have an awesome rest of your day. And make sure to catch the next Rocket League interview. And have a great rest of your day. Thanks, guys.